Well,
Swearing.
yeah, every once in a while, I do like to emphasize with a little swearing.
Your colorful language.
Yeah, I'm a little bit too refined for that, don't you think?
Yeah, it's kind of coarse. I mean, I even asked you which ship you sailed in on because you started swearing like a sailor.
That's embarrassing when somebody tells you swear like a sailor.
You do.
I know. Why do I do that? I'm a little too old for that.
It's not always in public, though, right?
No, well, okay. So just think about when you were growing up and when you were in high school. It was the F word. Every other word was the F word, right?
Maybe where you grew up.
Well, not everybody swears like that.
No.
When I was in grade school, I went to a Catholic school for 8 years, and
You were swearing like that?
nobody swore. There was no swearing, just nobody did it. It just wasn't in our vocabulary. So then when I went to a public high school, I went to 8 years, a Catholic school, and then I went to a public high school. Oh my God, what a difference. The kids in the high school just swore left and right. And I remember, because I never swore in the Catholic school, I remember thinking to myself in my freshman year, oh, I gotta learn how to swear because everybody's swearing except for me. So I remember practicing swearing like, oh shit, just trying to
F this and F that.
yeah, just trying to get it right so it sounded right. It didn't take long though. I became very proficient at it.
Where I came from, swearing was totally frowned upon. You were considered low class.
But you went to a regular public school, and they all do that in the public school, don't they?
Not really.
No?
It was a culture shock. When I moved out to Illinois, I was shocked. And especially one of the guys I worked with, he was from Alsip, and he had that thick Chicago accent, and you gotta learn how to fucking say, every sentence or every other sentence
Was the F word?
the F word.
Oh yeah.
And it was, he just said, this is part of the culture of being from the south side of Chicago.
That's true. In the south side of Chicago, everybody swears. Well, actually, I didn't swear my whole life, though. I swore a little in high school, and then when I was about 16, I met a friend, and she was 17. She was just a little bit older than me, and she swore so much. She swore every other word was the F word. It sounded so bad that I actually stopped swearing because of her. Because I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to sound like her. She sounds terrible. And I stopped swearing, and I did not swear all through my 20s after that. And then I had my kids in my 30s. I didn't, of course, swear in front of my kids. I didn't want my kids showing up in the classroom swearing, and then they'd know, oh, we picked it up from the parents, right? So
Little kindergartner going,
yeah.
hey teacher, what the fuck?
So I made sure I never swore in front of my kids. Well, I didn't swear at that time in my life. Once you stop swearing and you really make an effort to stop swearing, then it's not that hard to stop. You just gotta, just do it, and then it just kind of fades away. And I didn't swear up until my divorce. After my divorce, I have to admit, I just let loose and just started swearing. I didn't care.
All that pent up anger and frustration.
Yeah, right. It just came out in the form of F-bombs. So I don't know. I think maybe I'm gonna start cleaning up my act now because I want to be a little bit more refined. What?
I want to be more elegant.
I want to be more elegant in my 60s. Have you ever seen older people who swear? F this, F that. They sound so terrible.
Well, it's off-putting. You just don't.
You think when you get into your 70s and 80s, they just stop doing that. Just naturally just stop doing that. But when you hear elderly people swearing, it's just a real turn-off, right? It's like, oh my God, Granny, what's your problem?
It's just one angry granny.
It's an angry granny there. But thanks for bringing it to my attention.
Well, it's one of those things when you're out, especially when you're out in public. It's just one of those things that it really puts some people on edge. And unless you're hanging out with a bunch of bikers or sailors, then it doesn't matter. But if you're trying to carry on a regular conversation with people, just don't really swear.
Okay.
You've been a really bad influence on me.
I know. When I first met you, you never uttered one swear word, and all of a sudden now, you're not as bad as me though. You, once in a blue moon, you'll swear, and I'll actually be shocked because I'm like, oh my God, he said a swear word, because you hardly ever do. But me, every so often here and there. Well, you know by my videos, you can tell I do sometimes swear. Yeah, I'm gonna be more eloquent when I speak. You know, I want to take voice lessons too. I think I got a problem.
Chicago accent.
Chicago accent.
That after all my years being out here, I've picked up.
You kind of have it. I think that's it for me. I'm not going to swear anymore. Wasn't that one of my
Resolutions?
my New Year's resolution? Well, I'll just make it my Thanksgiving. No, my Halloween resolution, because Halloween's the next. You know, I hate Halloween. I don't really care about Halloween.
That way, when you're at a family gathering and everybody else is swearing, you could just go,
oh, you smart mouth, stop it. You sound
trash
terrible.
talking.
Just turn the fucking thing off now.